Hey everybody, it's Jennifer. Welcome back to Journal Sleep Repeat. So today I wanted to get some writing done and some journaling done, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me. So you guys are going to be getting up really early with me, and we are going to get this thing done. We have a little bit of a workout to do first, and then I will start writing, and then I'm going to get into some of my journaling. So I hope you guys get some motivation and some inspiration. See you soon. Bye. So I decided to just go ahead and do a little prep. So I just took out the journal that I'm going to use today. I have my little basket of pens and washi tape and some sticky notes so I can just sit down and get started. I find that when I kind of set up beforehand, it just kind of makes the process easier, and I don't have to go around looking for things or setting up things or digging through all of my craft supplies. I like just having everything ready beforehand. So I am waking up super early, and waking up at this time has taken a lot of practice. I've been waking up this early since July of 2022, and it's something that I've had to work really hard at. So I like to get up early and kind of get my workout in right away, especially during the week, because I hate working out when I come home. So this is the workout that I'm doing. I was just feeling a little bit saucy today, so I did an intense workout. I do not do that workout every single day because let me tell you, it is a killer. So, but yeah, just getting my workout in first thing in the morning, it just kind of sets me up for success for the rest of the day. So I wanted to go ahead and just knock my workout out before I sat down to write. So I just got out of the shower, and my makeup for the day is just lip balm, liquid eyeshadow, and some mascara. I'm going to go ahead and get dressed for the day because I'm meeting up with a friend for breakfast later. So last night I went ahead and did all of my lesson planning for the week. So my students are learning how to count pennies. We are learning about Ruby Bridges for Black History Month. And I just wanted to kind of print off my copies and just get everything sorted for work for the week. Today's President's Day. I'm off of work today, and I didn't want to fool around with any work-related stuff, so I decided to do that the night before because I didn't want any distractions. So before I sit down at my computer to write, I like to do a little bit of pre-writing, and I didn't know about pre-writing. When I was getting my bachelor's degree in English, I remember just sitting down at my computer and just expecting perfection to flow from my brain to my fingertips to the keyboard to the computer monitor, and of course that didn't happen. So at the writing center at my school, one of the writing mentors or helpers, if you will, suggested that I do a little bit of free writing. And that is just kind of maybe some bullet points or just some notes just to kind of get my brain juices flowing. And it just kind of helps me just kind of narrow down the direction that I want to go towards in my writing, some things that I want to focus on. So this was December of 2022, the amount of words that I would write for each day. And then this is for the month of January. And then for February, I took a complete break, and as you can see, a lot of these boxes are empty. So I am ready to, pick this back up again. And I'm writing a personal essay, a memoir kind of situation. And there are some topics that I discuss that are really heavy, and it's a lot for me to unpack and digest and recall and remember and ruminate through. So a lot of times when I'm writing this personal essay, I do have to set this down for a little bit and step away from it and give myself lots of grace and patience and kindness and come back to it when I'm ready to write, because I'm touching on some pretty heavy topics. So, as you can see here on this sticky note, I have battled with infertility before. There's a lot of generational stuff. I feel like that's occurring in my family. And then I've been watching and reading a lot of stuff about time travel. And the word titanium is important to me because sometimes I feel like I'm made of titanium. Like, and I don't say that in a confident way. I say that because, I've been really down and really broken and in a lot of despair and depression, and I've dealt with a lot of grief and betrayal and infidelity. So there's just been like a ton of things that I've had to work towards and move through. And so those are the types of things that I'm talking about in my personal essay. So it's a really heavy topic. So, and I apologize if any of these topics are triggering. So yeah, I do a little pre-writing before the writing starts. So now I'm ready to just kind of sit down at my computer. And as you can see, I brought my notes here with me so I can reference them as I begin to write. And so basically, this is just like kind of my draft. At some point, I will go back through and like edit everything that I've written, or even hiring an editor, because this is just like complete like draft, like it's not perfection at all. I do want to increase my stamina as a writer. I do want to finish this personal essay. I don't have a deadline, but I'm just working on increasing my stamina as a writer and making sure that I'm devoting time to write consistently. Like, I have been working on my joyful body movement and just being mindful of staying active, and that habit has taken me almost a year to form. And so I want my writing to be where my physical activity is. I'm to the point now where I can wake up first thing in the morning and kind of work out, just kind of without giving it much thought. And I want that same type of habit when it comes to my writing. I just want it to be like this thing that I just do and I don't question it. It's just something that just comes naturally to me. So I wrote a total of 571 words in about 15-20 minutes. So I'm just going to record that number in my journal. And then around 9 o'clock, my son and I met one of my friends for breakfast. We had some hot chocolate, orange juice. We had waffles with bacon and scrambled eggs, and it was really good. So it is much later. It's about 4 o'clock in the evening. I like came home, had a nap. I'm gonna hydrate and write. One of my students bought this cup for me for Christmas, and it's really satisfying to touch. So I'm just gonna sit down and try to get some more writing in. Today is President's Day. I have the day off, so I really wanted to just dedicate this day to writing and journaling. And writing and journaling is like so important to me, and it's a part of my self-care. And I just wanted to end this 3-day weekend on a high note. It was a wonderful long weekend. I got to see some of my friends. I got treated out to dinner Friday night, and I got treated out to breakfast on Monday. So that was just really awesome. It's really great to like see my friends and be social and just kind of get out of my own little world and my own little head. So just try to squeeze a little bit more writing in. So this time I was able to get in 684 words. So that is a super win for me. So, if I can be honest with myself, I've always wanted to be a writer as far back as I can remember. But, long story short, life has taken me in different directions. And only recently have I started to reclaim that part of myself and even refer to myself as a writer. Like, even if I have not published a single thing, I can still say that I can still call myself a writer because I do write. And right now I just write for myself, and I do a little bit of posting on Tumblr. If you're interested, I'll leave the link below. But I feel like it's important to refer to myself that way. I think writers are, and a lot of people or a lot of people are artists in their own way. Even if you're not rich and famous, you know, you're still a writer or a singer or a songwriter. I think there's so many talents that are hidden in all of us. So I was writing in this particular journal entry that writing is something that I love to do so much, but at the same time, it's like a paradox because it's really scary for me to share that part of myself with the world. I feel very vulnerable. I feel very exposed. I feel judged and criticized. And writing is so freeing to me. And it's the one thing that I get lost in, but it's the one thing that scares me because I feel so just like exposed and open and vulnerable. And writing is the thing that sets me free, but it also kind of keeps me in chains because I don't do it as much because I let the fear set in. Like, what if it's not good enough? What if, you know, people don't like it? You know, what if, you know, it doesn't help anybody? Or, you know, I just really get in my head a lot about it. And so I'm trying to teach myself or get into the mindset that I shouldn't let fear stand in the way of me doing something that I love to do so much, even if there's going to be criticism and judgment, and even if I'm going to feel vulnerable and, you know, just my heart is just totally out here on the line for people to criticize. Like, it's just something that I can't deny anymore. Like, it's such a huge part of me and I just have to do it. Like, I just have to let it out. I feel like writing is almost like breathing. It's like something that I have to do. So yeah, I was just writing about this paradox of how writing is so freeing, but it's so scary at the same time. Comment below if you experience some of these same feelings as a writer, and I would love to know down below, what kind of stuff do you guys write? Do you write fiction, poetry, prose, short stories, romance? What are you guys writing? I would love to know. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys found some inspiration and some motivation to make time to do the things that you love. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.